Welcome to Big Stack Small Workshop. Now, I love my dogs almost as much as I love gardening. But this little bugger right here got in the garden last year and decided to wreak havoc. Well, that's why I put up a garden fence. The only problem with having a garden fence is... So I decided to build a gate. That way it keeps him out, but I can still get in. I cut a section of the fence out right here. So I saved it, and I'll show you what we're going to do with it. Come on. EMT conduit is used to run electrical wire. Because it has a galvanized exterior, it's a good bet for all weather conditions. I cut the conduit slightly longer than the section of fence I removed. To cut the conduit, you can use a hacksaw or angle grinder. I used a pipe cutting tool. I'll put links to all the supplies and specialty tools in the description below. To make the gate, we'll need 4 pieces for the perimeter and 4 elbows to hold them together. Since we're going to be drilling into the metal pipe, let's go ahead and sharpen a drill bit. Tighten an elbow on both sides of the pipe to keep it from rocking back and forth while you drill. Use a little cutting oil so the drill bit doesn't get too dull. Drill 2 or 3 holes along a straight line. This will be a place where water will drain out in the wintertime before it freezes and splits the bottom of your gate. My father taught me this, something he learned from experience. Go ahead and start assembling the rest of the fence frame using your conduit and elbows. I hand tightened everything as I assembled it. This is a pretty big piece, so if you don't have enough room in your workshop, you might have to head outside. If things get a little tight, just do the best you can. Try to keep everything square as you assemble the gate. Just before I hand tightened the last elbow, I slid a couple of S-shaped carabiners in place. After trying a bunch of different things, I found this to be the best option for my gate. I used an impact driver with a Robertson bit to torque down the screws on the elbows. Ooh, Nelly. Don't stress out. You can always replace an elbow. Once the frame is set, you can grab the fence section you cut out and lay it in the center of your frame. I chose some chain link fence ties to hold it all together. You can bend these using your bare hands and a pair of standard pliers. You basically want to use the ties to grab the fence and then tightly hold them in place around the conduit. Start with getting all your corners secure. Try to keep this fence section centered in your frame as you tighten them, so the end result doesn't look lopsided. There's a learning curve to using these things, so I'll let you watch me bend a few of these suckers in place. I don't do this every day, so there's a lot of trial and error involved. There's a lot of bending, twisting, and wrapping, and twisting, and bending. Try working the ties at different angles to find the best way to secure them in place. Once you have the corners done, count your squares to find the middle and put a fence tie right there. You'll notice this fence tie goes in much easier. Like I said, there's a learning curve to this, and a week or 2 from now, I will have totally forgotten how to do it. Now we'll take our gate out to the garden. Let's see how we attach it to the fence. The sides of my gate opening are secured with trellises, which have been sunk in the ground. I'm attaching the double carabiners to these so the gate is able to swing more securely. Clip the carabiners on the trellis and lock them. If you have to, you can even bend a few sections of fence to get the carabiners in place. And to attach it, all we're going to do is take this chain link right here, screw it in place, and put a carabiner on it to hold it in place. Now we have a gate that opens easy. Locks shut and keeps this little bugger out. Remember, in my small workshop, Big Stacks grows, Big Stacks builds, and Big Stacks makes. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button. Subscribe to get more of my great content, and I'll see you next time at Big Stacks Small Workshop.